Big news. The German authorities have announced that they will be legalizing cannabis for recreational use across the country. This is significant, as Germany will be entering into the arena with only a few other countries that have introduced full recreational cannabis, like Uruguay and Canada. So what does this mean? It means that within the next 2 years, it's very likely that you will have a recreational cannabis market in Germany, meaning that you can buy cannabis just like you would alcohol or tobacco, with some nuanced differences. Let me run down some of the main items that the regulators will introduce. So the first and foremost is how and where will cannabis come from? The answer to that question is it's going to come all from Germany. The regulators will not allow for imported cannabis to be brought into the country and will rely solely on domestic supply of cannabis, which leads into the next portion of this, supply and distribution. How will the products reach people? It's very likely that pharmacies and retail outlets will be used as the primary point of purchase. As well as that, coffee shops are also being explored. And you only need to think about Amsterdam to think about coffee shops and the influence that that has on cannabis culture. Then there's the stages of implementation. So the regulators have announced their intention to stage gate the introduction of recreational cannabis. So they will have multiple tiers. And what I believe will happen is that a total number of people at each tier will be able to access cannabis. So this will allow the government to sense check the system and tweak it as they introduce new phases, which I think is a very appropriate way of doing things. Then there's homegrown. So people will be allowed to grow cannabis in their own home, up to 2 plants per household for personal use. Then there's potency. So this is the part that I'm not so supportive of. The government has introduced its intention to allow for low potency THC products, which I think is short-sighted, because if you only have low potency THC products, you will inevitably create a black market because people will want stronger products and they will seek to access them. So I think there should be a consideration around higher potency products in the 20 to 30 percentile range. And then finally, the amount of cannabis someone can carry is up to 20 grams. So you can legally have 20 grams on you at any time with no consequences. So all in all, this is very exciting to see another country introduce recreational cannabis. I truly hope Australia jumps on the bandwagon at some point. And until next time, all the best.